Welcome to the Forgotten ECE, the show where before and after school educators, summer camp and PD staff and CYWs have a place where they are seen, heard, and valued. I'm your host, Jamie Wegler, and I am so excited you're here. Hello everyone, it's me, Jamie, and welcome back to the Forgotten ECE. This episode is the second part of the mini-series, Families at the Edges. And if you were listening last week, we talked about the end of the day conversations that we have with families, and today is about that morning drop-off energy. We are unpacking these moments that happen at the margins of the day, those quick, powerful interactions that define the relationships with families. I'm excited to flip to the other side of the day today and talk about morning drop-off. I want to go deeper than surface level, greet families warmly advice that we always get, because this moment, the one where children cross that threshold into your care in the morning, is where attachment, regulation, and belonging start. Thanks for joining me today. When a child walks through your door in the morning, they're doing more than entering a room. They're crossing a psychological threshold. They're shifting from the safety of their home into a shared environment, from family to community. And for many kids, that transition brings uncertainty, separation anxiety, especially when the program is new, or emotional spillover from whatever that morning or that evening held. Attachment theory tells us that children regulate best when the experience is secure, and those secure-based transitions happen. Those are the predictable, emotionally safe handoffs between caregivers to educators. And in before and after school care, that is us. The parents hand their children to us, the families hand their children to us, and then we are the ones that bring them to their teachers. A calm, attuned educator at drop-off doesn't just welcome a child, they stabilize them. They communicate without words. You're safe, you're seen, and I can handle whatever you bring in with you. That's emotional containment, a core part of a trauma-informed practice and early learning professionalism. And when we greet children with presence, that is eye contact, that is warmth, that is your gentle tone, we're co-regulating it in real time. And you know, if you've listened to me before, I am all about co-regulation. It's not just soft, it's neuroscience coming at you in real time. Drop-off is information rich. Those first few minutes tell us everything we need to know about the child's day if we're paying attention carefully to the situation. As educators, our role is part observer and part interpreter. How does a child enter the space? Do they cling? Do they run? Do they hide? Or do they smile? Are they excited to come in? Or are they held back a little nervous? What's their body language saying? And what's the family's tone like? Are they stressed? Are they distracted? Are they overcompensating? This is not a judgment. I want to be very clear that you are not judging in this moment. It's professional curiosity. And the College of ECE Standards of Practice calls this responsive relationships grounded in observation and reflection. The key is to notice patterns without taking ownership of them. If a child consistently arrives dysregulated, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means the morning environment may need some scaffolding, maybe a predictable ritual, a quiet activity, or even a soft check-in routine. That's the work of reflective practitioners. We don't just react. We interpret and we respond intentionally. There is power in your language and tone, and we often underestimate how much our words shape emotional safety. A rushed "hi there" feels different from a grounded, gentle "good morning, I'm so happy to see you." Both just takes 2 seconds. But one builds connection and the other just ticks this box of to-dos. When we greet families, we're not just exchanging pleasantries. We're signaling a partnership. And here's what that can sound like in practice. "Morning, Alex. I know the mornings can be a juggle. We'll make sure Maya has a calm start today." "Good morning, Jason. Liam mentioned he wanted to finish that Lego tower and it is waiting for him." "Hey, Sarah, I noticed Ella seemed tired yesterday. How's she feeling today? Did she sleep okay?" Those small, intentional moments may Say, I know your child, I'm invested, and we're a team in this. The College of ECE's Code of Ethics also calls this reciprocal conversation or communication. Not a one-way update, but mutual respect and understanding. It's also a powerful counter to the stigma that before and after school care is just supervision. You still can't see the air quotes, but it's there. I hope you can tell by my voice. I gotta get the idea. You'd think I would already have it. That no one can see me talking and moving my hands. But if there was a video, you would see me moving my hands a lot. Okay, sorry. Back on track. When parents see educators leading with empathy, professionalism, and consistency, they begin to view this work as a complex relational practice. And it truly is that. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. Obviously, not every drop-off is picture perfect. Sometimes you have that parent or family member running late, a child crying, and 3 others needing attention before you even get your jacket off, or before the child that's coming in even gets her jacket off. Don't forget, everyone is hungry, always. Those are the moments that test our professionalism and our humanity. When a child melts down, the easiest thing to do is try and fix it quickly. But often what they need is not fixing. It is that good old co-regulation. Instead of saying, you're okay, don't cry, try saying something like, I can see you're feeling sad that mom's leaving. That's really hard. Let's take a big breath together. Not only does this validate the emotions without reinforcing the distress, it communicates to the family member, especially those struggling with guilt and anxiety, that their child's feelings are safe with you. And for families, mornings can carry their own emotional load. They might be heading to work stressed, feeling judged, or just trying to hold it together themselves. You don't know what their morning held. You don't know what their night consisted of. Your calm presence can ease that guilt. And sometimes just saying you're doing a great job and we've got it from here can change their entire day. This is not an extra kindness. It's relational professionalism. These are the soft skills that we have as educators. And you guessed it, there's science behind them. I want to just ground you in this research for a moment because early childhood education isn't intuition alone. There's actually a lot of evidence-based practice. So there's neuroscience to regulation. When children enter an environment where adults model a calm tone, predictable routines, and a gentle presence, their amygdala, that's the brain's threat detector, it relaxes. That opens the door for learning and play. And according to attachment theory, secure transitions build on internal trust. A child's belief that they can move between caregivers without a fear of abandonment. And then we can talk about trauma-enforced practice. Because predictability and attunement are protective factors that reduce stress responses in children with adverse experiences. And we don't always know what experiences children come to our table with. And then good old family structures theory talks about the family or the caregiver's stress and the children's regulation and how they're interconnected. When one is calm, the other follows. We're not just greeting families in this moment. We're enacting decades of developmental theory in under 5 minutes. And that is skill, not just a happenstance. All right, so as I've talked a little bit about, there is this wonderfulness in structure. But creating structure doesn't have to be rigid. It means safety through rhythm. So here's a practical list of real-world ways to make drop-off more intentional, because I want you to walk away with these tools. First, consistent welcome routine. A child greets the same educator each day with a small ritual. That could be a high five, a hug, a wave, a check-in card. Predictability breeds trust. If that educator is not going to be there, try to send a message to families or get the supervisor to send a message to families saying, hey, so-and-so's off today. Johnny is coming in to teach this morning. And that gives their children a heads up that there's a shift in that predictability. Then think of arrival anchor activities. Have one calm, independent activity ready, like drawing or reading or sensory play. This bridges the gap between separation and engagement and gives the children something to look forward to as they arrive. I also suggest emotional check-in boards, like a simple chart with how are you feeling today? These could be faces that let the kids name their emotion, and it also helps you as the educator track the trends. If it's possible, have one educator focus solely on greeting and the other managing the room. It communicates that relationships are the priority, not just logistics. That's if you're in a partner team. If you're not in a partner team, good luck to you. No, I'm just kidding. But if you're not in a partner team, obviously you're trying to do both at the same time and do the best that you can. Then lastly, a caregiver ritual. Encourage the parents right from that first day to develop goodbye cues, a special wave, a phrase, or a hand signal that creates consistency with their child. I love it when families do the I love you in sign language, which you can't see because we're on the speaker, like I already said. Okay, but it means I love you in sign language. Look it up. It's great. Or when I encourage them to have a special handshake. There's a window in the room that we're in. So some of it includes having the child say goodbye at the door, hug, kiss, and then see if they could beat their family to the window. And as their caregiver goes to the outside window, the child goes to the inside window, and they wave goodbye. These small rituals turn what feels like chaos into a beautiful dance of care. Reflection, because you know I like reflection. Reflection transforms routines into learning. So ask yourself or ask your team, how do I feel during drop-off? What might that tell me about my regulation? Which children or families need more intentional connection in the morning? Do our morning routines reflect our program philosophy, that belonging, well-being, expression, and engagement? This professional reflection isn't self-criticism, it's growth through awareness. And the more we are aware, the better we model it for children. So here's what I want you to remember the next time you're in morning care. When the first family walks in, you are not just managing arrival, you are managing emotions, energy, and safety. You're setting the stage. You're shaping how a child feels about the day before the day even begins. You're offering families reassurance that they can exhale and trust. And you're reminding yourself that even in the smallest moments, your professionalism shows through the tone you set. Drop-offs aren't about perfection. They're about presence. Because when we begin the day with calm connection, we don't just start strong, we lead strong. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If this episode resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. Comment, share it with your team. Talk about it at your next staff meeting. Reflect together on what drop-off really means in your space and how you can make it feel safe, steady, and human. Because that's what school-age care is all about. People, not just programs. And until next time, please keep showing up, keep leading with love, and remember, you, my friend, are not forgotten. Thank you, amazing listeners, for your support. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at MissJamie_RECE. Give a star rating and leave a review. Have something you want to hear about in relation to before and after school programs or full day summer camp? DM me or comment. Again, thank you so much and happy learning.